It's raining. Hey, Yummy. Morning, Brad. Thanks. It's a lot easier to take care of. Hey, Metal Man. Hello, Co. How you going? Tell me, Yanni, is Pulpy live at the moment, or was that earlier today? Hey, Daniel. Who else is live at the moment? Is Roy live again? Ah, of course. Yeah. Stealing my thunder. That's all right. I'm not doing anything particularly interesting today. Yeah, all good. I'm just giving crap. Pulp's live, okay. Fair enough. Hello, Metal Man. I did say hello earlier. Trying to finish with prizes. Yeah, fair enough. I'm sad that I never get to join in one of Roy's live streams. I'm always either streaming myself or I'm asleep. Well, a few early birds. The Saber. The integral Saber that I forged in those 3 streams is now fully ground, ready to work on. So I've decided to go with a post-apocalyptic style. So I'm leaving the handle is all filed, like file finished around there, and it's actually going to end up getting copper scales, ribbed copper scales, to like kind of accentuate the steampunkiness. The whole spine is filed, and I'm actually going to stone wash the blade. So it's going to be a really nice piece when it's done, I reckon. It's going to look pretty slick. Nice little briquette saber. Oh, one day you can, Yummy. I mean, you could now, but... Hey, Joel. Oh, God. Getting old. How are we today? My shop is an absolute fucking mess at the moment. Ah! And I don't have a cameraman, so... Andy called in sick today. This is some 10 by 6 or 3/8 by quarter W1 that was sent to me by the wonderful Brandon Snip. Hey Wayne, how you going? You here for a bit? Spotlight job? Wonder what that is. I'm unfamiliar with the terminology. Yeah, Brandon sent me 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36 feet. He sent me 36 feet of W1 graver stock. It's like the absolute legend that he is. I can spotlight for a neck. Oh, okay, cool. Oh man, you won't get me to wake up. Why does that feel like a Dutch angle? There you go. A bit better. It becomes a Dutch angle. Yeah. Hello. Everything's sideways. Maybe if I stand like this, it'll look normal. Let's faff around with the bloody. I can't have coffee at the moment, unfortunately. Much to my detriment. It's probably why I'm so bloody tired. Could be. We'll have to give it a shot another day. Making some scrapers and gravers, trail dust. I decided that instead of just selling those sets of 5 gravers as just the gravers, I'm selling them with hammers and Uchidashi punch and a Hisage scraper as well. And I have the hammers made. These little engraving hammers. I have 5 of those made. One of which is already sold. Hisagi. Hey, Caitlin. Everyone should have a little hammer in their arsenal. I have many. I'm taking my sweet ass time doing this because I'm tired as hell. Yes, Hisage scrapers. Mary Bryson. On that note, I probably won't be doing a Saturday smithing stream next week because Saturday is Saturday's Christmas. They are a Japanese graver thing, kind of. They are taking a metal waste scraper. But they are in the Japanese graving tradition. No, not that kind of scraper. Neither a machinist scraper nor a sen scraper, but a Hisagi scraper. Thank you very much. Happy Christmas to you guys. Or Hanukkah, or whatever other holiday you celebrate around this time of year, if you celebrate any at all. Happy Yule. Festivus. Hey Matthew, how you going? I'll be shipping off your package on Monday. Matt? Non-denominational holiday, yes. I have a pair of tongues built holes. I have to make do with what we got. Yeah, having a hardy hot cut is definitely useful. Celebrate another day of being an heirloom. All right, see you later, Metal Man. All right, Matt. Well, if I don't catch you, see you later. I'll message you. I'll email you with the tracking details when I ship off your package. Yep, back to bold. Should stay this way for a while now. I was showing everyone earlier, this is the extent of the integral Saber as it stands now. Still a bunch of work to be done on it, but it's coming along nicely. So it's got a really nice balance. Yeah. It balances about 3 inches in front of the guard. Once I put the scales on it, it'll probably come back to pretty close to the guard. It's going to be really nice. Yeah, mate, I don't know what the shipping times are going to look like right now. I've been getting shipping times of anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 months. It's been stupidly unreliable, so you may have to be relatively patient. But yes, they will be on their way. I'm kind of on the border there, Caitlin. I kind of want to keep it because it's unlikely that I'm ever going to make another integral Saber. And the blade does have a tiny bit of twist to it. Incidental twist that I just couldn't get rid of in the grinding. But we'll see. I may need to sell it in order to live, so. Oh no, this is a sharp saber, Daniel. Yeah, I wouldn't use this one in HEMA. Yeah, that's probably the plan. That's probably the plan, Caitlin. I'm gonna make a scabbard for it. I've got a full kit for it. I've got the plans in my head. It's gonna be real steampunky. I am a massive fan of steampunk stuff. And so, yeah, I'm gonna kind of channel my inner steampunk a little bit. Hey, Beggs, how you going? Bedtime for a stream. Well, nothing better. Yeah, I did actually, Caitlin. I will message you about that. I've got to message you about a bunch of stuff, including the website and stuff like that. But yes, I will consider it. The shipping is not going to be the biggest problem there, Yami. I mean, shipping would be pretty expensive for a sword like this, from here to the States or to the. I can't remember where you're at. Are you in Japan? Anyway. Yeah. Shipping would be relatively expensive comparative to shipping smaller items, but yeah, that wouldn't be your key problem. The sword itself would be considerably more expensive than the shipping would be. Like Caitlin suggested, I'm probably going to price it to keep, which means you're going to have to pry it from my fingers. Hawaii, all right. Is it your internet that's going off, or is it mine? Yeah, fair enough, Yanni. Move my... Okay. Hey, Bobby, how you going? Just move the camera a little closer to the door so that we don't get any dropouts from my end. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but it would be nice if it was straightish. Straighter than me, at least. All right, that's one. One of 5. So that is what we're making right now. It doesn't look like much, but it's one of my favorite tools in Japanese engraving. See, Daniel? Become the 5% drop legendary item. Totally. Hey, Jonathan. Thank you very much. Hey, Paul. If you had to pick 6 tools to take to a random knife-making competition, so are they supplying a grinder and a like an anvil and stuff, or? Hi, Stefan. Don't call me a hoe. It's not very nice. Like, if we're talking like Forged in Fire, where you're allowed to take certain amount of items, but it comes with, you know, like access to an angle grinder and a belt grinder and all that kind of stuff. It would be slightly different to if I had to provide literally every tool that I was using. Anvil, yes. Grinder, maybe. Well, in the event that the grinder is a maybe, I would be taking an angle grinder. Guaranteed. Unless I had access to an angle grinder on site, I'd be taking one with me. How much do we know about the kind of knife that you need to make? Non-powered tools. So you're not allowed any powered tools? See you later, Matthew. Fair enough. Well, as far as non-powered tools goes, it would depend on the stock I'm working with and what I could expect to come up against. I'd probably take a set of bladesmithing tongs. I'd take my English cutlass hammer, my mountain hammer, and probably my diagonal peen, probably my B&B diagonal peen for drawing out general forge work. So that's 3. Set of flat jaw tongs as well, because they can hold pretty much everything. Flat jaws or wolf jaws, either ones will work. So that's 4. I mean, I'm trying to guess that you're like, I mean, is a set of files considered a single tool, or do you need to count a single file as a tool? Do we have access to files? Do we have access to angle grinders? Do we have access? Like, there's a lot of things that I would like access to. Like, realistically, if it came down to the fact that I had to remove metal myself without powered tools, with no table fixtures, then I'd be wanting to take a single hammer, a pair of wolf jaw tongs, a couple files, a coarse and a medium file, coarse and a fine file, and a bench clamp. Hammer, punch, hot cut tongs, possibly another hammer, yeah. No, you don't need to take them, okay. Hey, Techron, how you going? I mean, I probably wouldn't take a punch along with me to a knife making competition unless I was convinced that I wasn't going to be able to drill a hole. And realistically, I can make a hole punch in like a single heat. So, if I decide that I want to punch the holes, I could literally make a punch on site. A hot cut, like if it's a handled hot cut, then yeah. But if, again, I could make a hot cut chisel out of a piece of rebar or something like that on site if I wanted to. Having multiple tongs is useful. Hello, Jacob. Yeah, unfortunately, there's so many variables as not to be tenable for me to give an exact answer. I'd need to know what was being provided and then what exactly I'm being expected to make. Or what access to materials I have and how much time I'd have and all that kind of stuff. Because if I've only got 20 minutes to forge a knife out, then I'm not going to bother with a hole punch or a multiple set of tongs. I'm literally just going to have one set of tongs, one hammer, and off we go. So yeah, I don't know how much help I'm going to be. Sorry. Take the tools. Take the tools you use most regularly. Or consider the things you can run up against. Knowing how much time you'll have is one of the most important things. Because I'm not really sure, and you have 3 hours. You have 3 hours, so it is like a forged in fire kind of thing. 3 hours is a long time. Is there potential that you'll have to make Damascus or something like that? Because if there's potential for that, then and you have no power forging, I'd be taking a big hammer. The only variable, okay. Yeah, no, making tools on site is definitely the best way to go for the simple tools like chisels and stuff like that. I've done that at demos and stuff like that. I don't take my chisels and stuff with me. When I'm doing demos, I'll normally take a piece of rebar or something like that. And if I suddenly realize I need a hot cut chisel or something like that, I just quickly knock one up. It only takes 1 or 2 heats. You're not losing that much time, especially if you're making like a Damascus billet. You can take the time that it's heating up to forge out your tooling. Just stick it in there with the with the billet. We are blacksmiths after all. Guard punch. Yeah, I mean, you can make a guard punch on site. If you're required to make a guard. If you're not, I would not. Like, if it's just generically make a knife, then I'd be going full tang every day, all day. Hey, Aaron, how you going? And it's hard to have a guard punch that's going to be the right size unless you know in advance how big your knife is going to be and hence how big your tang is going to be. So making it on site makes more sense that way. I do love my my little knife making competitions, short time period stuff, because I don't have to think so much about the fit and finish as I usually do. I'd love to do like a Forge and Fire style competition here in Australia, but I find it unlikely that that's going to happen. I'd say so, Aaron. I know they have one in Mexico. Doug runs it. Yeah, I can imagine. Roy's just a cool and popular dude as well, so makes sense. And I mean, I'm not doing anything special today. I'm just forging out some boring Hisage scrapers and chatting shit about timed competitions. Kind of makes me feel like I want to do another 3-hour knife build or something. Just for the shits and giggles. I really don't have time right now. Time is not my friend at the moment. Hey James, hang on. It might, Caitlin, but that would require someone over here to want to, you know, like pick up the televising of it and, you know, the financing of it. Someone would have to convince the History Channel to allow an Australian company to do it, because I don't think History has an Australian offshoot yet. Fine, let's try and make a knife out of VW hubcap. Yeah, true. Yeah, engraving tools can be addicting, James. I mean, I'd love to run a Forge Cast competition live, but like coordinating the internet stuff, something I'm not capable of. I wouldn't mind being an entrant, but I cannot, for the life of me, think about how I would want to run it. Hey Mark, how you going? How are we doing? I've been bringing this on screen every time that we get new subscribers, but the integral saber that we were working on is now fully ground. Handle's all done. This has been heat treated now. You'll get to see it in person at the Perth Knife Show, Mark. That's it, Mark. Exactly. Oh man, you and me both. I looked out this morning and saw it was overcast. I'm like, beautiful. Perfect forging weather. Managed to get another couple of hammers hammered out. I've run out of bloody 1045 again, so I've got to order some more. It's shiny for now. 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Oof, that's cold. Yeah, so at the moment it's finished ground. It's ready for an edge, but it's not going to stay shiny. It's actually going to be stone washed. So. Yeah, supply is painful. You don't do shiny, you just make the scratches all in the same direction. Totally. Will it keel? I believe it will. It's very pointy. ADCR V2 is legendary. I was like, I didn't particularly buy all of the hype behind ADCRV2. I was like, yeah, it's just 5160 with a little bit extra chromium. No, that's not what it is. It is a beast. Now I know why Jason Knight almost exclusively uses ADCRV2. I've seen the light. And 26 make more kumai. Nice. Hey Jeff, how you going? Hello from Perth. A nice, cool, overcast Perth. Having trouble getting wood over here actually at the moment. Any other wood than pine. You get tons of pine. But any other kind of wood is a massive pain in the ass. Most distributors have stopped selling Jarrah now. Jarrah has actually become a rare wood all of a sudden. Tassie oak is going for ridiculous prices. The advantage of a hardened hot cut. Hickory, nice. Haven't been to the timber joint. My old amble stand? No, I sold it with the old amble. Shear blades, like, so are we talking like Beverly shear, like steel shear? Because normally those are high-speed steel. Oof, that's pretty soft there, Caitlin. Black walnut and maple. Yeah, I mean, like, I'd love to have access to like stuff like maple and poplar and all those kinds of woods. Recently, I was looking for woods to make scabbards. I've ended up having to go with Meranti, which is a very loose grain tropical wood from Indonesia. It's closely related to durian wood, which is from the durian plant, the durian fruit tree. It's a very soft wood comparative to stuff like Jarrah. But yeah, ideally I'd be using something like poplar or maple. Fine timber company. All right, I'll have to word with them. Oh yeah, no. If you're making boat knives, do not use ADCRV2. It will rust. Oh no, the wood smells amazing. I have tried durian fruit. It's not great. But yeah, no, durian wood, especially durian wood smoke, smells absolutely amazing. It is one of my favorite woods to burn. This is Meranti, so I used the Meranti to make the hammer handles out of. It's a very loose grain, very coarse grain, not too pretty or anything like that. I am very olfactory based. If it smells bad, normally I can't stomach it. Hey Frank, how you going? Long time no see. Yeah, but yeah. So that's Meranti, which is the closely related to durian. It's very splintery when worked because it's such loose grain and long, thin tendrils of grain. But yeah, to have something like poplar or maple would be amazing. But getting it here in any kind of board length is just ridiculous. Making some scrapers. I think you mean Duran, but yeah, I get the idea. I have no problem getting handle woods for like knives, but hammer handle woods or woods for scabbards and stuff like that, nightmare. So very tired. Easy hardenable stainless, 440C. harden it without a kiln. And if you stick it in the freezer, like your normal chest freezer or something like that, you can get decent martensite conversion. It's my go-to recommendation for beginners wanting to use stainless. I'm actually interested to try out this stainless steel that I got sent by branded snip. This is 14C28N. It's an improvement on the old 12C27. 12C27 was dog shit, but I've heard good things about 14C, so we'll see what happens. Realistically, you don't need a kiln to heat treat stainless. You just need to be able to tune your forge properly. That's 3. See you later, Joel. Shipping to Australia isn't too bad. But shipping wood to Australia is a bit of a pain. Oh, good, Frank. I wouldn't say that, Caitlin. I got a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, Jared, sent me a box of 12 handles, I believe, and it cost him like 187 US just to send the box. And shipping to Australia right now, you can only ship priority mail. You can't ship standard international because USPS has stopped all shipping to Australia. So when Brandon sent me this steel that I'm using right now, he had to send it priority, and that was bloody expensive. It's more expensive for you Yanks to send stuff to me than it is for me to send stuff to you. No. So there's no like new laws on origin, but shipping wood is a bit of a pain because it requires very specific moisture readings. You have to be below 10% moisture in the wood, and it has to be stable, not stabilized, but it has to be like seasoned and stable in order to pass customs. Australia is a little paranoid when it comes to international bugs and stuff coming across. We ended up getting black spot from somewhere, I believe it was Europe. Yeah, Caitlin, I don't know when that's going to be. But yeah, that's half my problem, is sourcing materials is very difficult. It's alright, I have a plentiful supply of spotted gum for hammer handles. I can normally find a board here or there that'll work for scabbards and stuff. I'm just bitching for the sake of bitching. So with 440C, well, with any stainless steel, you don't get full martensite transition in the quench. So normally you need cryogenic treatment. So normally in cryo, you would put it into liquid nitrogen. Some people end up using a mixture of dry ice and isopropyl alcohol, which will get you down to about like -60 Celsius, as opposed to the -72 that you get out of -74 that you get out of liquid nitrogen. But basically the rundown is that all stainless steels end up with retained austenite, which you can then convert into martensite by bringing it below 0 for a period of time. Most chest freezers and normal stand freezers get down to about -18 to -20 degrees Celsius, which is enough to give you an extra point or two of hardness on top of the quench hardness. Almost all steels end up with retained austenite in them on the quench. You might recall the martensite transformation graph that I drew for that heat treating video series I did. That explains it pretty well. As a refresher, before temper, after quench, before temper. Yeah, that works too, Bobby. But so, for those of you who remember this chart, this graph, in here is the perlite nose. This here is 1500 degrees Fahrenheit or 1550 degrees Fahrenheit or 820 degrees Celsius, thereabouts. You have this period of time, normally about 8 seconds, between here and here, to get it down past M1, which is, so this is M1. Just broke my chalk again. And this is M2. So M1 is the beginning of the transition stage. M2 is where it's fully converted at basically 200 degrees. So M1 is normally at around 450 degrees Fahrenheit. M2 is normally at about 250 degrees Fahrenheit. no, other way around, Celsius. So 400 degrees Celsius to 200 degrees Celsius is normally the end stage. But you notice that all in here is open to martensite transformation, and this temperature here is absolute zero, right? Like absolute zero, not just 0 degrees Celsius, but 0 degrees Kelvin. And so even though this is 8 seconds, out here is like 5 days, 50 years, etc., and it's perpetual. So yeah, you can always convert retained austenite, and it does work post-temper as well. They've proven that it works post-temper. I tend to do it pre-temper for the freezer technique, but they've proven that you can actually increase the lifespan and cutting performance of your drill bits by cryo-treating them, especially the cheap shit Chinese ones. Give them an extra 2 or 3 Rockwell. But that's true cryo. Like sticking it in your freezer isn't going to do much. But true cryo has proven to give you a number of points extra hardness in post-tempered drill bits. There was a great YouTube video on it. Can't remember the name of the guy, but he did tests on drill bits before and after cryo and had some surprising results. Hey Crawford, how you going? But yeah, like Bobby says, freeze it before you temper it. Treat it as part of the quenching cycle. Well, yeah, absolutely, Wayne. The thing is that it helps convert martensite. That's all it does. It's just continue to help convert retained austenite into martensite. So literally every steel that you use, unless you've like vacuum furnace it and then blast cooled it in like an industrial setting, then cryo is unnecessary because they get full martensite transformation. But majority of the time, you're going to need to cryo. Actually, one of the more inspirational smiths that I follow makes 5200 knives, and he cryo treats all of them, and the performance he gets out of them is insane. Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Most stainless steels are. Although I have got a friend who uses CPM 154, which also gets a really good heat treat without needing cryo. But CPM 154 is probably worth about 6 times the amount that 440C is. Certainly is, James. Yeah, Daniel, absolutely. In any situation where you're wanting to increase compressive strength and also wear resistance, cryogenic treatment is incredibly important. Yeah, I've been back on my sea shanty kick. I mean, I never really got off it, but you know. Stanley Rogers, the absolute freaking madman. This really doesn't want to hold this, does it? Hey, Troy. Oh, good, Troy. Thanks for dropping in, though. Parkerizing is interesting. Has to be done in an industrial setting, though, as far as I'm aware, to be done properly. Ballad of Moby Duck? Yeah, gotta love Moby Duck. After 40 years I left the sea to live upon a lake. After all the troubled things I'd seen, I needed a good break. Can't actually remember the next line. But then I know it goes, the giant evil trick. Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one. Thought I'd watched all of Daniel's stuff. Twice. Yeah, the only parkerizing I've really seen too much of was Adam and Haley Desrosiers did a bunch of knives a while back and had them fully parkerized, and they were just jet black, midnight black. Beautiful. But I believe they had that industrially done. Oh, there are thousands of them. Frank, I love my sea shanties. Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. When a letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vessel I'd ever seen, God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Now old Sip Barrett cried to town, I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. He got himself a man who would make for him the Antelope's crew. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Well, the Antelope was a sickening sight. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. With a list of the port in it, clothes in rags, and the cook and the scuppers with the staggers and jags. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Not singing the best today, you know what I mean? But the tonsillitis is still going away. It's making it difficult. Not a lot of sea shanties in Minnesota. Doesn't help that I can't hear myself because I'm wearing earplugs. Farewell and adieu to you, Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you, ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail for old England. But we hope very soon we shall see you again. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea, until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly is 35 leagues. We hove our ship to, with the wind at sou'west, boys. We hove our ship to, our soundings to sea. We rounded and sounded, got 45 fathoms. Haul up to Garnet. No, fuck. Damn it, I've mixed up my verses now. Oh well, too bad. Yeah, you're a little central there for ocean frontage there. Well, then you'd want to be a cavalryman there, Daniel. I wanna be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. I want a good steed under me like my forefathers before. Well, I want a good mount when the bugles sound and I hear the cannons roar. I wanna be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. I want a horse in the volunteer force that's riding forth at dawn. Please say for me some gallantry that'll echo when I'm gone. And I beg of you, Sarge, let me lead the charge when the battle lines are drawn. Or let me at least leave a good hoofbeat they'll remember loud and long. Well, I wanna be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. I want a good steed under me like my forefathers before. I want a good mount when the bugles sound and I hear the cannons roar. I wanna be in the cavalry if I send me off to war. Songs of Sam, totally. Yeah, I did the horse thing a long time ago. These days, there's no horse that could carry me. Well, that's not true. But most of the quarter horses and thoroughbreds that I used to handle really wouldn't like to have someone my size on top of them. We did have one Percheron that was pretty stout. There's a beautiful mix of Percheron and Clydesdale called a clomper or a clopper. I can't remember what it's called. Like something like that. Things I always loved Clydesdales, but you know they're slow as hell. But honestly, these days I'd be more worried about getting chucked off because at my weight, there is a guaranteed broken bone in it if I hit the ground. I stopped riding when I was 14, so it's been a while. No thinking, no dragon left to ride. Hey Ben, how you going? Well. I mean, yes, you are super late. I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt that it's like been an hour and a half. So yes, you are. We're towards the end. I'm actually like making the last scraper. Oh dear, James, that's not ideal. Well, yeah, horses big enough to carry me tend to be quite tall in the withers. In the merry month of June. I'm not even going to try it and go through the whole rocky road to Dublin. But it has been one of my favourite things to listen to recently. And it suddenly popped into my head. That and the humours of whiskey. Kitchen labor, fair enough. Got to do that honeydew list. Yes, I remember the days where I used to eat Christmas candy. Rum balls was always the thing for me. My mum was always make loads of awesome rum balls. Yeah, I saw that, Daniel. Only the biggest thereof. Come on, break off, you little bastard. Is Roy in the house? Hey Roy, sorry I couldn't be on your stream. I was kind of busy. Not sure if it's a uniquely Australian thing, but it's got rum in it, funnily enough. Me too, Frank, me too. See you, Wayne. Yeah, I heard you were giving a lot of stuff away there, Roy. Sorry I missed it. Some cheesecakes are, yes, that's true. Do enjoy a bit of keto cheesecake. Can't eat too much of it though, because you'll end up having a bad day. Problem I've got at the moment is that my body is not very happy with me for a number of reasons, and so therefore sugar alcohols are not my best friend. Let's just leave it at that. There's a reason I can't drink coffee right now. And there's a reason that what's in this cup is water. Straight sharp scrolls indeed. No, that is not true, Jason. Absolutely not. No, we're making flat and pointy things again, Roy. Although not the usual flat and pointy things that I make. You may be pleased to hear. These are flat and pointy things of the scrapery variety. Hey, Jared. Apparently, holiday dinner tomorrow. Fun times. Gotta love Christmas shopping. $150 booze. Should do it. That sounds good, Jared. Have a dram for me. For those who can't. Simple and effective, James. And that's number 5. All done. Now let's go grind the buggers. Right. 5 Hisagia scrapers. Hey, Gary. How you going? Well, for those of you who've showed up late, I'll bring this out. So I have done some work on the integral Saber that we were forging in the last 3 live streams. So the handle was all filed up and is actually left the file texture on it because I want to do some inset handle scales of copper, and this blade is actually going to get gun blued and stonewashed, and it's going to be very steampunky looking. But yeah, it's all ground up already. It's all heat treated. Very happy with it. And this one's going to be getting a scabbard as well. Maybe a baldric. And not Rowan Atkinson's friend. Oh. It very much depends on the sword, Gary. Very much depends on the sword. So for this one, given that it's a briquette saber, so it's a relatively small saber, the balance point's quite close to the hand. At the moment, it's about 2.5, 3 inches from the guard, and that will move back when I put the scales on it. But like, yeah, for cavalry sabers, you could have anywhere up to like 11 centimeters, 12 centimeters, so somewhere around 5 inches, 6 inches in front of the hand. It really does depend on the type of sword you're talking about. Normally, the more point-oriented the sword is, so the more stabby you want to be, the closer to the hand you want the balance point. And the more choppy you want it to be, the further away. This one is going to be excellently balanced and should come in just under a kilo. So it should weigh around like 980 grams. That's not going to happen. Roy, that's not going to happen. Tony Robinson did an awesome board trick. Oh, I'll have to look it up. Well, you can if you want. You'll be drunk that way, but, you know. No, the sword's getting a very steampunk kind of look to it, so, you know, I'm looking forward to finishing it up. It's going to be really cool. Should have it finished for Perth Knife Show in February of next year. I'm kind of working on it between other jobs, trying to catch up on stuff. I just finished a couple of hammers. There'll be a couple more English cutlers available on the Etsy store, maybe this afternoon. I had 4 diagonal pins, but 3 of them have already sold, so I don't know what to say about that one. So I'll have 1 diagonal pin available, and the left-handed diagonal pin is already gone, and I've run out of 1045. So anyway, and yeah, the competition's still going, as Caitlin just mentioned. She might not get hers done, but yeah, the Bowie competition is still going until January 1st. Roy banned you from the Word Scrolls. I didn't ban you from the Word Scrolls. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so that competition's still running. It is scary, but it also means that I need more stock. You burned your Bowie? That always sucks. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the final finished Bowie entries. I've already seen a couple of them and they all look amazing, so I'm really happy with that. And yeah, anyway, with that being said, I'm going to jump off. I've got a party to go to this afternoon, so I'm going to get some stuff ready and then head off to that. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time with another Chalk Talk just before Christmas. I'm not going to see you for Christmas because obviously Christmas Day is the Saturday. So with that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic holiday season, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.